Now, certainly not all transactions were illegal, but the illegal activity that was put through the site sparked a chain reaction in the hacking community, where people could buy not only goods but services anonymously and securely, and that led to the rise of this new wave of hacker forum or hacker exchange that has started to dominate over the last 3 years.
The rise in technology and connectivity, which has led to the almost ubiquitous use of computers to conduct day-to-day business and process and store confidential information, has in turn led to such information being increasingly targeted and obtained by way of cyber attack.
Now, why is the blockchain methods of carrying out transactions so popular? Well, essentially, the blockchain is seen as a ledger that cannot be rewritten and is accessible for basically everyone to view. This opens up the use for smart contracts, which are self-executing contracts in which the terms are directly written into lines of code onto the blockchain.
In the day we sweated out on the streets of a runaway American dream.
I have a hearing on video, but I'm stuck in Zoom Apero. My timesheets are just dropping down cause I am confined. Oh, I am confined.
Others have left the country because they can go live elsewhere, particularly if they're in the Western Hemisphere, and still work remotely. Maybe they don't want to be a U.S. income tax resident, at least for the time being, but they can return.
Like I said, those who enter into a civil partnership, there's absolutely no, it's not a lighter version of a marriage in any way. The financial obligations and everything remain the same for both.
Lisa, you're going to be so disappointed because the tiebreaker was going to actually be go and find an interesting hat to wear.
Well, I have one here all the time on my desk, just for such moments.
So basically, what does this tell us? It tells us that the region's model of participating in the international markets needs to be reconsidered in light of the structural changes that will take place following COVID-19. This pandemic has exposed the vulnerabilities of interdependence, and that in turn will more likely than not fuel an already increasing criticism on globalization.
Traditional collaterals are more rare or maybe more difficult to get, but it's probably the safest asset, or safest way to secure your debt.
The key is how we can develop, design a product that is accepted in the world where you are active. Well, if it's construction or something else, it's the same story. And the second story, is it economically accepted?
If really, as European Union, we want to become carbon neutral, as is the big wish now in every member state, if I understand well, then we will have to embrace a circular economy.
If we look at it from a global scale, we all have limited resources, and maybe that will drive us to look at other things like recycling and reuse, and more in general, circular economy. So thank you very much for your kind words.
I have to talk to Francois, with the president, about this, that in Indian language, AIJA means welcome.
Yes.
There are many innovation companies that have started already to establish themselves into the consumer goods area, and then they want to enter the healthcare market.
On the use of cannabinoids in medicine. So Georgia, please introduce this topic. Our head of healthcare commission said that after this presentation, we might be blocked from AIJA.
And we wouldn't have a third position and a second position without a first position.
Thank you.
Winners wins a 50% discount on the 2021 Zurich Annual Congress fee. And I do really hope that it will all take place in person.
Well, if the tax, the agreed global minimum is 5%, let's say, can you say that Pillar 2 has actually achieved anything?
As I said, the digital interface regarding financial services do not fall under the Digital Services Act.
Yeah, perhaps also briefly from Switzerland. I think Switzerland is quite in the same boat as the Netherlands. There has been a report published by the government indicating that one is of course in favor of coordinated international measures